They said it wasn't possible to free park overnight in Gower. We went to find out. Did we succeed, or did we get the knock? This is part 1 of our South Wales trip, where we explore our first Britstops and try to stay undetected camping overnight, while showing you what Gower, Kidwelly and the Brecon Beacons have to offer. So strap yourself in and let's go. Good morning, folks. How are we all doing?
Hey guys!
We've woken up here at Kidwelly Quay in South Wales. Lovely spot, isn't it?
Gorgeous, absolutely. A second Brit stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We're already underway on our trip, but let's take you back to where it all started. So we left Friday. We left about, 10:30,
Yep.
expecting a 4 or 5 hour drive, wasn't it? And then I think we hit like 5, lots of traffic. Ended up being 7.5 hours. So we were happy to end up at the Oxwich Bay Hotel.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those drives where the whole route you're thinking, should we start? Are we going to make it?
Why
Is
are we
this
doing
going to
this?
take us 12 hours? But yeah, to push through on those 7.5 hours. I mean, last time we went to Scotland, time before, we got back in 9 hours. So I mean, that kind of says it all, doesn't it? But yeah, it was awesome to turn up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Really, really lovely.
Lovely day, Friday. We're a bit knackered from driving, so we just chilled out, didn't film too much. Went for a lovely little walk out the back of the hotel. There's a lovely path that you can find on the All Trails app as well. And we got up to a trig point, found out you could actually walk like the whole coast side of, off the side of the bay, up and round. I think it went off to a castle. There's all sorts of places to walk from where we stayed. And then of course, the pièce de résistance was the beach that we had. Yes, it was a lovely beach right next to the hotel. That was like crazy busy on the Friday, but the weather was amazing, wasn't it? And summer holidays, so.
Well, we should say that car park. So we stayed in the Oxwich Bay Hotel. So you come to the end of a sort of peninsula. You go past these sort of like holiday cottages. There's no through traffic. It's all sort of set up as a holiday destination.
Yeah,
isn't it?
so yeah, just like a dead end of the bay, innit?
Yeah, and then so you come to the Oxwich Bay Hotel, which sort of sits in the straight at the end of the road. Behind there's a rear car park. That's where we stayed at Britstops. A few other vans there. You cross over the road and you're on this huge, as Trish said, like massive sandy, beautiful beach. And you can park there. The sign says you can park there in the day, £15 for a van. But according to Park for Night, if you speak to the attendant, you can pay £10 a night to park overnight. We did see vans parked overnight. They weren't stealth. They were having fires on the beach, music playing. So I assume it is allowed. So that's...
Yeah, it was difficult to know that there was no overnight camping sign, but maybe if you know the owner and the rules, then you can stay there. But it did look pretty sick. But we stayed in the car park. There's a few other vans there. Everyone seemed really nice. Had a chat with some lovely local people who seemed they came down every other week to the hotel car park. The park up itself, really nice. Bins available. There's public toilets, which seem to be open 24 hours a day outside the car park, just by the beach, which was cool.
Very well clean, well stocked, and no lights in there, so take a torch. I was just going to say, really, Gower, we've seen a few people have said that Gower is quite difficult to wild park. And to find spots. I think you get moved on a little bit. And so that's why we joined Britstop, wasn't it? Because we see a lot of van lifers saying that certain areas can be tricky, and we tend to look for sort of local open farmland that you can pay to stay on. But Britstop is pretty cool. I mean, that was literally probably one of our best overnights, and it was from Britstop. So there are ways to overnight in Gower. Yeah, so it's just about finding the places that you can be.
Stayed at the car park for 2 nights. We were going to stay for 1. It was like such nice weather, wasn't it? So yeah, Friday night, we had all our dinner and everything in the van, then popped back over to the beach, and as the chap I was speaking to was staying next to us, he seemed to come every other week. He was saying, oh yeah, Friday night's lovely down the beach, Saturday night's even busier, but go down tonight and loads of people will be having fires down the beach, just enjoying themselves, and he was correct. Absolutely lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
felt like you're proper on holiday. Yeah. But we were going to head off the next day. We were like, you know what, we'll stay 1 more night. And so we went off to check out the sunflower field at Rhossili.
Someone recommended on Instagram, didn't they, that we go there, and it's normally the National Trust plant sunflower seeds, but because of last year and some people not at work, the fields didn't get planted, so a farmer has planted 2 of his fields. I think to say busy was an understatement.
Yeah.
It was a Saturday, but the weather wasn't great and the car park was almost full when we arrived at about 11. You can walk the main route, can't you, sort of the coastal route, and then go into the sunflower fields. I think you can walk around one and then you can pick from another. That's £1.50 a stem. We personally chose to walk down the other side just because it's a lot quieter, so if you've got a dog or you just want to be away from the crowds, but you actually walk down the back of the sunflower field, so you don't actually get to go in, but you still
we got to have
see,
a good look, didn't we? I think, what did they say? It was £3.
Yeah.
And so we just walked around the back and
Yeah.
had a look.
Well, no, they came out onto the coast and it was heaving. It was,
Yeah.
and Frank, with his epilepsy and his many issues that are sensitive to big crowds.
Yeah.
It's a good access. It's accessible for all.
But yeah, £6 parking. If you're not National Trust, if you are, obviously it's free. If you want somewhere to park for the day, it's just absolutely lovely there. We went for a walk. Once we got past the sunflower fields, we had a little walk around the coast. Then I went down to use the toilet before we left. Put information you don't need to know, but you get to see this whopping great big view that I saw. If you want somewhere just to park up and hang out for the day, or you are a National Trust member, it's just fun car parks, hang out in, quite a lot to do. A lot of gift shops.
And a view from the loo.
Yeah, view from the loo, gift shops, place to buy food. I think there's even a little art gallery there. So yeah, well worth a day out for the family, one and all.
Then we headed back to Oxwich Bay, because as we've said before, there was so many walks from that one location,
Yeah.
as well as the beach. So we didn't want to tire Frankles out, because we wanted to explore the dunes and everything that went up round the back of the bay. So yes, we walked. It was a nature reserve, wasn't it?
Yeah, Oxwich Nature Reserve. So the bit we did on the Friday was sort of like a public footpath out on the sort of, I don't know, like peninsula point. And then on the Saturday we went right on the Friday, and then we went left on the Saturday, and then just walked around the nature reserve. There's like some ponds, loads of sand dunes. Found out it's one of the most diverse habitats, this area, in Britain, which, no surprise, there's so many plants. Like they seem like exotic plants, but there's so many different types of plants and wildlife there. We also saw that there'd be adders. There's some adder warnings, so we were careful where we were walking, as there's warnings out, just because little Frank and I'm not a big fan of snakes either.
I don't think anyone's. Well, some people are fans of snakes.
But yeah, so we walked through the sand dunes, and that was really nice, and then just out over the other side of the beach, sort of opposite, I guess, of where we could see the hotel was. And then just, yeah, had a little chill out, little picnic, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then sort of walked back up to this little river bit, crossed over the bridge, and the tide was out, so wasn't too much water around. But yeah, just had a little mosey on back across the beach, back to the car park. And then I think it just sort of rained, didn't it, really, after that, all afternoon.
I made the most of it, really, didn't we?
Yeah.
We just holed up in the van, made a shepherd's pie, and then went for a walk in the evening, didn't we?
Oh, it was a lovely shepherd's pie though, wasn't it? Van shepherd's pie
Van
we had.
shepherd's pie. It's quite easy, van shepherd's pie. Corn mince, because it's just easier to cook with corn mince in the van as well. Carrots cut up really tiny, onions, garlic, stock, and then into mash. Boom.
Yeah, so we had that, and then we did have a little, like, as the sort of rain broke a few times, sort of a couple of little wanders back to the beach.
Well, that's what's kind of key to us, isn't it? We walk a lot, and not just like going for one big long walk. When we're sort of in a park up, yeah, we're not really ones to sit in the van all evening, are we? It's quite nice to, when you can just break it up. And so when there's like a beach or something you can just wander to in the evening, and that had everything in Oxwich Bay, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing it was missing was a view, which you would have got on the beach, but like, honestly, it's such a nice little car park, to be fair. You almost felt like you're on hard standing at a campsite, so if you look the right way. So yeah, it was pretty sweet. It seems like you're proper on holiday, like abroad, really, don't you? We left the Oxwich Bay Hotel and then headed towards Kidwelly Quay, which is where we're at now, and woken up at. And this was also another Brit Stop park up. I think it's run by Kidwelly Town Council. It does say on the app and in the book you need to call to book your spot, but I called several days in a row and just got an answer machine, so we kind of assumed it wasn't too important to book, and Again, another lovely park up, isn't it? It's sort of like a little canal there. Loads of little bays that you can park up in. They've got bins, which is awesome. They've got loads of picnic benches, bike racks for you to lock your bike up on if you want to stop, have a picnic. But yeah, loads of people coming through, walking their dogs, people fishing. A few other camper vans showed up in the afternoon, cut more once the sun went down. But again, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. I think I was surprised more than anything that with Britstop you always think it's going to be sort of pubs and things like that, don't you? So after going from Oxwich Bay to, what was essentially a car park, but a car park that you were allowed to be in.
Yeah.
It's it sort of has a different spin on it, and then so not only that was it, you can be there, as you said. It was, the location was just insane. Like the sunset we got was epic, wasn't it?
Yeah, so when we got there we went on, well, it's actually, I should say, there are 2 car parks there.
Oh yeah.
When you come up, there's a fork in the road, and so you can either take a left or a right. The right will take you to the park up that we stayed in, and the left was just another car park, just with loads of bays, less glamorous as our one. But if you're in a massive motorhome, it might be easier to park there. And I think generally there was probably less people that parked in the other car park.
Did you call a car park glamorous?
I don't know. It seemed quite glamorous.
It did for us, yeah.
But yeah, so we got there and then just went on a bunch of little walks, didn't we? The weather had perked itself up again, so as the sun comes out, if you've followed our saga and our tales with Frank, you know, anything with a bit of sun and probably over like 21, 22 degrees, he becomes Peter Panterson. So, you know, we take him out on little short walks, not to stress him out and get too hot. Frenchies don't like getting too hot. So yeah, we just kind of kept ducking out the van and then just going for a little walked along the canal, walked around this sort of like, I don't know, like marshland around the edge of the quay, which was just beautiful. Again, there wasn't really that many people out walking, so we just kind of had a lot of it to ourselves whilst we were walking, which was really lovely.
That was gorgeous, wasn't it? But the people that were there, they were really friendly locals.
Yeah.
An old chap walking his dog, Lucy I think her name was, had a chat to. She was barking out of excitement. But yeah, and then we'd sort of see some other people turn up, and someone's asking after someone's grandkids, and so it's a really nice sort of local area. But yeah, really nice buzz, wasn't it? And then we had, for dinner, we had controversial, according to Instagram, tinned mac and cheese. Because sometimes in the van,
Ease is the please.
Ease is the please. But yeah, I love a tinned mac and cheese. You don't mind a tinned mac and cheese, do you? But according to Instagram, it's Marmite. So yeah, either you love it or you hate it. So let us know. Do you love it or do you hate it?
But yeah, we're
such questions. Oh my goodness, these videos are amazing. Quick, let me answer.
Oh, mac and cheese or not a mac and cheese. But yeah, once we'd had dinner, we left Frank in the van. It had all cooled down, so we were happy to leave him in there. And then yeah, just went and sat on like one of the, I don't know, like 20 benches or picnic tables they supplied for everybody, and then just watched the sunset along with loads of other people who just brought themselves down to watch the sunset. So it was a lovely atmosphere.
It was.
Again, right by the water, you could hear the sort of like fish sort of like knocking around in the water, loads, and like real kind of fairly diverse selection of birds, I think. But yeah, we managed to get the drone out and just filmed the marshland, some of the sunset, and yeah, it was just beautiful.
Yeah, it was absolutely
Beautiful, really calm, really peaceful, nice locals. Everyone seemed really friendly, allowed to be there. So winner chicken dinner. Then we woke up this morning. I thought there'd be loads of people here pulling up for dog walks. There were a couple, but it was again pretty quiet. I mean, granted it's a Monday, but it is the summer holidays, so did think it'd be a bit busier. Yeah, got out this morning, just had a little wander around, got ourselves ready, and doing this, chatting to you guys, and then we'll head off for the rest of our day. So.
Morning.
Well, we're heading to a farm to table shop, aren't we?
Yeah, pop past that farm to table shop. I can't remember what it's called.
Carmarthenshire something. I've probably got that totally wrong. And then we're going to head up into the hills, aren't we?
Yeah, head up into the Brecons.
Get out into it, because it's like the 2 place stops we've had, really, like, as we say, lovely, but you know, you've got that atmosphere, the vibe of other people, which is cool sometimes, but yeah, we're ready to escape to the hills, aren't we?
Yeah, a bit of countryside, eh? So
and we've got work to do today as well.
So right, we'll sort the van out, get everything turned around, and then jump in the van, head off, hit up the farm, and then off to our next park up. So let's go. Should we hit the road, buddy? Not happy, are you?
Got the keys, darling.
Hopping in the van, we headed off for the day. Leaving Kidwelly, we found a local farm shop on our way to the Brecon Beacons. Cwmcerrig Farm Shop. It does field to plate meat, a range of fruit and veg, and snacks. The staff were friendly and helpful, and we picked up a few bits and then headed on. Driving into the Brecon Beacons is always a pleasure. You really feel like you're out in nature. Single track roads, wildlife, and views for days. We've hit the jackpot. Pulling up to our park up, we smashed out a little bit of work, charged the Jackery, and enjoyed our haul of goodies from the farm shop. With lunchtime views like this, what more do you need? Let's go. Let's go. Cool outfit. But yes, lovely up here. Let's get that few bits. With work and lunch wrapped up, we braved the summer weather and headed out for a walk. There was a bunch of footpaths around the park up, so we went exploring. Kids is in a National Trust outfit. That's all right, mate, work for the National Trust. Summer holidays, middle of summer, and it feels like fucking winter. It started to rain a little bit, so we're going to head back to the van. But these roads around here, they're very, if anyone's watched kind of like, I guess like the original Top Gears, going back a few years with Jeremy Clarkson and crew, but a lot of the roads around this part seem quite Top Gear-esque, don't they? Yeah, if you kind of like tight, windy roads, if you've got a motorbike, this is perfect. But yeah, like just sort of driving around, like the road that got us here was quite sort of small, one track, grass in the middle of the road, but it's just lovely. There's like, I don't think we passed anyone on the way here. A few cars passed us whilst we've been here, but and then you join up to, I think it's the Mountain Pass Road, but I'll show you on a map. We can see the rain rolling in the valley.
That's quite cool, actually. Rolling through the valley it is. That was good. Oh, come on.
Let me show you. We could see for miles earlier. Not complaining, but just so you lot can see. Yeah. Yeah, so really, like that's the first set of hills here, and then we could see hills, 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 all the way for, well, as far as we could see. But at the moment, that's all being squashed and squandered.
Hashtag views for days.
Yeah. But thankfully we have a lovely, warm, insulated van. Just chilling with my man Frank. How you doing, boss? Weren't impressed with that, were you? It started raining. Not a fan of rain, this guy. That mate? How you found the trip so far? Not been impressed. Oh. What is that? But you preferred the warmer days in the beach, did you? You preferred the beach, did you? You like the beach? Not a fan of the rain. Does the rain make you cry? Does the rain make you cry? This is so awkward. Or are you just looking at the view thinking, oh, why can't I see what's going on? Frankles, we're recording a bit. Frank, we're doing a bit of recording, mate. Yeah, that's already got a view from earlier. And this is the view now. Still lovely, but even the sheep are sort of going home for the evening. What is quite nice though is we've got a hatchback. Oh, I don't know, is that what you call it? Hatchback boot, and the wind is. So it's quite nice. We could stand under here. Okay, just sat down. I'm just under here. Lovely. Yeah, look, proper whiting out. Yeah, so we were literally just at the top of here a second ago. And now it's all disappeared and went. As the clouds rolled in, we chilled out for the evening. Even this little guy was knackered. Well, that's it for this episode. Let us know what your thoughts are on our first Brit Stops. Where do you stay in Gower? Check out our next episode where we explore more of South Wales. We take you to explore more park-ups, waterfall walks and much more. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time folks, bye for now.